Imagine waking up to the sound of an invading army, the sky filled with smoke, and realizing everything you've ever known is slipping away. This was the reality for Daniel and his friends when Babylon stormed Jerusalem. The mighty empire of Babylon didn't just defeat Israel, they stripped the temple of its treasures and marched the brightest young men into exile. Among them were 4 teenagers from noble families, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Confused, heartbroken, unsure if they would ever see home again. But Babylon had plans for them. When they arrived in this foreign land, filled with strange gods, unfamiliar customs, and overwhelming power, they were hand-picked for the king's elite training program, a 3-year immersion designed to reshape them completely, their language, their thinking, even their loyalty. One of the first steps was to erase their names. Daniel became Belteshazzar. Hananiah became Shadrach. Mishael became Meshach. Azariah became Abednego. Each new name honored Babylonian gods, not the God of Israel. It was Babylon's way of saying, your old identity is gone. But the real test came at the dinner table. Every day, lavish royal meals were placed before them, meals that violated God's laws and had been offered to idols. And in Babylon, refusing the king's food wasn't just unusual, it was dangerous. This was the moment where many would quietly compromise. But Daniel didn't hesitate. With calm respect, he approached the chief official and asked for permission for him and his friends to avoid the king's food and eat only vegetables and water. The official panicked. If they looked weak, he would be blamed. But Daniel proposed a solution. "Test us for 10 days," he said, "then compare us with the others." And so the tension began. While everyone else enjoyed the king's feast, these 4 young men ate only simple food, trusting God with the outcome. Day after day, people whispered, would they get sick? Would they fall behind? Was this faithfulness going to cost them everything? That at the end of the 10 days, something remarkable happened. They didn't look weaker, they looked better, healthier, sharper, a glow about them that the Babylonian officials could not ignore. Because of their obedience, God poured out favor on them. They excelled in every subject: wisdom, knowledge, leadership, culture. Daniel especially was given a rare gift, the ability to understand visions and interpret dreams, a gift that would soon shape the destiny of kings and empires. When the 3-year training ended, they were brought before King Nebuchadnezzar for final evaluation. The king questioned them, examined them, tested their wisdom, and he was astonished. He found them 10 times wiser than every advisor, every scholar, every magician in the kingdom. Daniel chapter 1 closes with a message we still need today. Faithfulness begins with small decisions. In a culture that constantly pushes us to compromise, to blend in, to let go of what we believe, Daniel shows us another way. He didn't wait for perfect circumstances to obey God. He chose faithfulness in the worst circumstances, and God honored him in ways he never imagined. When the world tries to reshape you, remember Daniel. Stand firm, choose faithfulness, and watch God open doors no one else can.